Hamas has never been so unpopular in Gaza. And joining me now to explain is the Palestinian political leader, Mudar is with us. Mudar, thank you for being here. So we keep hearing these stories that Hamas, coalition government, keeps firing rockets from schools and from hospitals and densely populated areas. The Palestinian people are suffering. They push them back in their homes so they can be used as human shields. Has the tide really turned? Are they now supporting peace, and do they want to get rid of the Hamas coalition, the Hamas part of the coalition?
Well, I've been in touch with people in Gaza since this whole thing has begun, and I can authoritatively confirm that most Gazans have had enough with Hamas. You have to understand that Hamas is not only Hamas. Hamas is a part of a larger evil, if you want to say, hostile coalition with other countries. Basically, it's the Muslim Brotherhood, the global Muslim Brotherhood, which Hamas belongs to. Hamas has been playing double jeopardy with my people in order to gain political gain in the region and terrorize the moderate camp in the region. Basically, Hamas is now connected with Qatar, the government or the King of Jordan, and Syria and Iran. And for that, to make a point, a political point, Hamas doesn't mind if all Palestinians die. To answer your question, yes, most of them have turned against Hamas. Just 2 days ago, there was a protest in Gaza where people protested against Hamas, and 5 of them, I can confirm, 5 of them were shot dead by Hamas and 20 injured. So the tide is changing, and the only reason Hamas is keeping the ground in Gaza now is because of its military power. It's basically a dictatorship playing the agendas of other countries like Qatar and those hostile nations.
Well, Qatar is obviously funding Hamas with the money that they can buy the rockets, but isn't this part of a much larger struggle, and that being between radical Islam and those that want to hijack Islam as a religion, and those that are more moderate, that would like peace with Israel, but are afraid to speak out for fear that they will be viewed as apostates and that they themselves will be targeted for murder? Isn't that the underlying cause and why we don't hear from moderate Muslims more often?
It's exactly. Moderate Muslims would be killed if they voice up their opinion. And that's what we've been seeing in Gaza. And unfortunately, I have to speak out against the disappointment we, let's say, normal Muslims have, that unfortunately we can see the U.S. administration giving in to the radicals. The U.S. administration, I think it's well-intended, but it's a huge mistake that it's now courting countries like Qatar, a country like the Jordan's king, who is supporting the Muslim Brotherhood in his country and supporting Hamas openly through his media, and other countries. A line should be drawn in the sand towards those countries. Qatar is jeopardizing Egypt, jeopardizing Israel, jeopardizing my people, the Palestinians, and anyone who subscribes to that, he must be basically punished. And the U.S. establishment must look into that. I cannot stand and keep seeing my people being burnt alive in order to make Qatar's point and radicals' points.
All right, thank you, sir, for being with us. Appreciate it. And by the way, it does put emphasis on Nancy Pelosi, the former Speaker of the House, and her comments that the people from Qatar are telling her that Hamas is a humanitarian group. They are a terrorist group. But we got to go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.